Hello? Testing 1, 2. Eventually I'll stop doing the testing thing, but for the foreseeable future, I've just gotta keep doing it. Okay, that sounds alright. Music seems a little quiet though. So let's bump that up a little bit. There we go. Hello. Hi everyone. How have you been? Yeah, things have been going pretty okay for me. As the title says, this past weekend I went and climbed a mountain. Pretty cool. First time ever doing that. It was quite difficult, and you'll kind of see why. Because along the way, I went and took some pictures and some videos and things like that I will show you right here. The first one being this. Here is the here is where you can see the mountain from quite a distance away. Just kind of a teaser of what's to come. You could see far in the distance, as well as a bug flies right in front of my camera. But yes, that's kind of where things are headed here. And then this is where the hike actually started. So I went with a couple of friends, and before doing the actual hike up the mountain, we went on this side trail the day before, just along the river. There's like a bunch of streams and things, and as you can see here, there we go. There's the streams, and it is all actually leads to a hot spring further down, and this is like the origin of where the hot spring water comes from, is down the stream here. Here's a bit more of a picture. There you can see all the water going along the rocks all the way down. Very peaceful, very nice. Highly recommend. Then, sorry, I am going through this in a probably not the best way that I could, but this is what I have. Yeah, so that stream eventually leads up to the source of the hot springs, which is right here. And that water is extremely, extremely hot. You could kind of see all the sulfur making all the water, or all the rocks underneath the water, all faded and stuff like that. It is like you are able to touch it. It's not that it's hot enough to touch, but you don't want to put your hand in there for too long. There was a couple of people there at the same time. They definitely dipped their hands in. They're like, ooh. Well, let's get this the right way. There we go. And yeah, that's a little further up the stream. Let's see that again. It's a nice, peaceful, relaxing area. Very cool. Here in the middle of the summer where it's like plus 30 for Celsius for several days in a row. Just dipping your hands in that water was incredibly refreshing, incredibly cool to the touch, and just yeah, it was very nice to kind of get that refreshed feeling out in the nature this weekend. The next one here is as you go further up the trail, it kind of, yeah, it gets more foresty, more green, a lot more, yeah, greenery. Start going into what looks like could be a setting of a movie or an anime. It's like a magical forest. Kind of looks like. And the next picture I have here is, so this isn't the mountain I went up, but it was like right next to it. The elevation that from the bottom to the top was about 600 meters, 660 meters. It was incredibly difficult. I did not prepare beforehand, so going all the way up there was difficult and really painful, especially in the last quarter of the way up and then all the way back down. Which is now why I have like a bunch of packets of Selamat in my apartment, so I could just throw them on my thighs so I'm not dying and able to move again. Oh man, you have no idea, like once your thighs are this wrecked, you realize just how kind of important all the muscles in your thighs are for not so much walking. Walking is fine. It's more of just lifting up your legs to walk upstairs or get up on your bed if it's a higher rised bed, not one you can just roll into, or just getting up in the morning and putting on your pants. It's been a bit of a struggle these past couple of days. Yeah, here's another picture of that mountain and stream. Just super serene, super beautiful the entire time I was there. And then we have this one. Let's see if it's gonna go right side. Yes, it does. A little squirrel near the river. He didn't care about people being around. He was just looking for food. Yeah, the squirrels there are very accustomed to people. They wouldn't get too close, but they got pretty close, and pretty much it was just looking for food to steal from you. What is next? Okay. So yes, this here. So this side trail that we were going down, or up, I guess, rather than the main trail up the mountain. So this side trail, it was supposed to lead us to like a meadow filled with wildflowers and all of this stuff. But I guess we took a wrong turn on one of the trails, wrong path somewhere. We never really ended up in that field of flowers. We kind of figured we got lost and then turned back around. But on the way up, there seemed like some people were putting little markers or something. So someone had set up this little mini campfire here, and then can't see it in the picture, but right behind it is another little one. Yeah, it just looked really cute. Let's see, the next picture here is just more of the stream here. Just nice, relaxing, cool waters. And it wasn't even that noisy. It was very calm and serene. You can barely hear it. Also, no bugs, surprisingly. Didn't really encounter any mosquitoes or anything like that until about a quarter of the way, or 3/4 of the way up the mountain. That's when they started to come out. So yeah, that was pretty surprising. And the next one I have here is this butterfly. Should be able to see it here. There it is. Honestly, when I was taking the picture, I had thought I missed it because every time I'd get the shot lined up, it would fly to another flower and I'd have to reset the shot. So after our trip, I went back and looked through the photos, and I'm like, okay, thankfully I was able to get one shot of one of the butterflies that we had saw on the trip here. And then also on that first day was these mountain sheep. There were a ton of them in the parking lot. Like, there was a herd of 20 of these sheep along with little babies that were just hanging around the parking lot, sniffing at people's cars, chewing on their fenders, looking for food. Yeah, super surprising that they would get so close to people. But I guess with it being a popular spot, it was they realized that people weren't going to harm them, so it was an easy place for them to find some food. I think this one is... Okay, this one, yeah, you can see like a little baby in the background there. And this... I was about to call it a goat, but it's not a goat, it's a sheep, a mountain sheep. And then I should have another one, a better, clearer picture of that little baby. Here we go. Yeah, there it is. And this little guy was jumping around all of this. In the background, there's an old abandoned building. I'll show you a picture in a second here. But yeah, it was jumping up on this windowsill, all over the rubble. Just having some fun, playing around. The next one I have is of its mother, I think. Because that baby goat was hanging around. Or, I called it a goat again. Baby sheep was hanging around this one a lot, so I'm assuming it was probably its mother. Okay, that's all pictures I have of the sheep. The next ones are of this abandoned building. So yes, here we go. So you can kind of see it's a bit demolished on the left side here. It's pretty old, it's crumbling down. So all of this it's like all emptied out. You can't see anything in there. All that's left is just these exterior walls. And I have a better view of it. here. So yes, this is what it looks like, the entire thing, this abandoned building. And there's like, just out of frame, there's a kind of plaque or marker mentioning that it used to be an old, like pool. It was a pool up in the mountains that would use the sulfur, the spring, hot springs water to fill it up. And you can see this little greenery on the left side where this last tree is. That's actually where the pool is. It's all filled with dirt and grass. So, yeah, it's like something out of Last of Us, or a post-apocalyptic kind of show. But yes, this is like an old abandoned swimming building kind of thing. In the back there's would be the change rooms and the kind of, I guess, engine room, pump room. That's probably the right thing to call it. Yeah, the pump room, to make sure the water is flowing and stuff. And then there was this kind of balcony up here. I think I have some more pictures of this abandoned building. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, you could kind of see that there's some doors on the right there. Yeah, I didn't try and jump the fence because it's actually pretty close to the parking lot. So the staff could have seen me jump over the fence. Plus, all of those sheep were right there. You can't see them in this picture, but they're all back there in the darkness. So I assume if I were to jump the fence, I would get headbutted by one of those sheep. And yeah, here, this is kind of the entrance way towards that pool, abandoned pool area. And you can see here in the backgrounds, there's the mountains. Here's a bit of a better view of just how tall they are. I think I have one more. Yeah, and this is on a little bit further side. You can kind of see the tops of this mountain. But yeah, that was kind of the trip for the first day. Was going up along that side path towards the abandoned building there, and the field full, or meadow full of flowers, which we didn't see because we got lost, took a wrong path. But yeah, still pretty fun, even though we didn't get to see that part. And then on the second day, this is how it started. So on the way to the mountain, there's kind of a couple of sites to the side, and this is one of them. So behind me is actually kind of a giant basin of water, but I was looking in the opposite direction because we had gotten there pretty early at around 8 or 9 o'clock, and I noticed that the sun was shining through the forest, so, you know, had to get a picture of that. And then, surprisingly, I got an even better one about 20 minutes later. Let's see here. This isn't it. This is just more of the mountain range that you can see here. And I think I've got a video showing a bit more of that. Oh, and it's flipped. Let me Oh. There we go. And let's restart that. So yeah, this is from kind of the bottom of the mountain. You can see just how wide the range is. Not that one directly in front, that's not the one I climbed, it's actually just to the right. And so yes, we got there very early in the morning and got there just in time for the sun to just peek over right over the range. You can see slowly starts to get brighter. Yeah, and then also managed to get picture here. So this is one that I took at like, I don't know, 9:05. You can see the sun kind of slowly peeking out, and then this is what it was like 2 minutes later. Oh, there. Just full blast. So yeah, these were all, oh, let's move this to the front. These were all taken like literal minutes apart. You can see how high or how quickly the sun was rising that day. What is next? Oh, next is the actual start of the trail. Let's see here. So yes, this is the very bottom of the mountain. This is the first steps towards getting up top there. It is an extremely grueling hike. And then shortly after, well, I guess shortly as in 30 to 45 minutes of climbing. Again, it's a 660 meter elevation from the starting point to the end point. This was about 30 to 45 minutes later. You can kind of see the mountain range kind of get more even, get closer. And then this is like another half hour later. You're getting closer. You could see more detail of just what it looks like. And then hours later, oh, actually let's move this first. You end up to the rest point right before the actual summit. And here it is. So this is kind of the rest point. You're out of the forest and you have reached the kind of peak area. And that's what it looks like. And this is what it's like most of the way there. There is still... Oh, hello, turtle. How are you? So yes, this is the way almost all the way to the top, not quite up to the top. Getting to the top takes a little bit more. Takes a little longer. So yeah, this is just the same kind of view. Just not moving. And then... Oh, just a little bit closer. Yes, turtle. So, this past weekend, I went and climbed a mountain for the first time, and these are just the photos I was able to take when I wasn't dying of exhaustion and pain from, going up a steep incline for hours. The entire hike took about 5 hours. It was like 3.5 to get up to the peak, and then another hour and a half to get down. So just 5 hours of pure walking up and down an incline. I should have taken a video or a photo of what it's like looking up at the peak. I forgot because I just wanted to get up there. But once you're up there, this is what it looks like. So this is 660 meters high. You get a full panoramic view of the mountain range, as well as I think there was a squirrel that ran across in that first couple of frames. Let's see. Yeah, there it is. But yes, this hike was grueling, especially that last bit to the summit. That was probably the steepest part, as well as all of these rocks being loose and things. Very difficult to get all the way up there. And then there are just a few more photos I took at the very top. So yeah, this is looking down one of the sides of the mountain, and you could see the river running all the way through up to the end through all these mountains. And you got these rock formations, these cut rock formations. Here's another picture of that random dude that was at the top as well. What else do I've got here? Oh yeah, here's a picture of the next peak over. You could kind of see there's still some snow. It's in the middle of August right now, and you could still see some snow at the tops of these mountains. Still haven't quite melted all the way yet. And here's more of the mountain range and these gold colored or copper colored hills. Okay, yeah, here's a picture I took of the incline looking down. It doesn't look like that steep from here, but it is. You see these guys going all the way down. They are trying their best to be careful. It is not an easy way down. I mean, there is an easy way down, but I don't recommend it. Oh, and here's, yeah, more of the peak looking down. You kind of get this, that kind of picturesque moment of, what people always show of the Alps and things like that. Just kind of the meadows at the tops of mountains. Very cool. And yeah, here's another one of looking down from the mountain range, looking at the incline. I think this one shows it better, just how steep it is, but still doesn't really truly give off the experience. See all the little people way down there. And then this is the last one I got, is the view driving away from the mountain after 5 hours of hiking, of straight walking, and then another hour and a half of sitting in the hot springs, making sure our joints aren't inflamed by the end of it. We say goodbye to the mountains and head back home. Yeah, overall, a very fun trip. I really enjoyed it. It's the first time I had ever hiked that kind of distance, that kind of incline, and I'm certainly feeling it now. So, yeah, I went and bought some Selamat for my legs, so there's a little Selamat ASMR. Do you smell that? Do you smell the minty smell? I don't know if that picked up, of me peeling the Selamat off of the sheet there. I don't know if that picked up. Hopefully it did. The Selamat is now applied to my thighs, which have been aching these past couple of days. Yeah. Very difficult to pull yourself out of bed and stuff like that when your thighs are in pain all the time. Okay, there we go. They are now applied, and hopefully they feel a bit better tomorrow. It's been 2 days since that trip, and yeah, still haven't fully recovered. But yes, overall a very fun trip. I'm glad we also went there in the morning, because that meant there was fewer people, and we managed to get down in time for still quite a popular time for the hot springs, but we managed to get in with not too long of a wait. I think it was about 30 minutes or 45 minutes to get in. And yeah, just an incredible view. What was the other one I have here? Which one is it? Oh yeah, this one. Yeah, going there early, we managed to get the sunlight coming over the ridge, which was super cool. Got there like at the perfect time. I don't know if I'd ever want to try and climb a mountain just to see the sunrise. I think that would be pretty difficult. Also, the weather was pretty good. It was still pretty hot, not quite 30 degrees. It was more like 27, 26. At least by the time we had gotten, when we started making our descent. That's kind of what the temperature was. On the way up, it was only like 19 degrees, so it was nice and cool. Where there was also winds blowing in and cooling you off every once in a while, and there was also streams every once in a while that you could cool yourself down with. So pretty cool experience. And let's just get that panoramic view from the top again. Here we go. And yeah, I went there with friends, and it was, I was definitely slowing them down. They were a lot better prepared for this. This was kind of on a whim for me. Very last minute, spontaneous. Glad I did it. I'm in great pain right now. It was fun. A fun first time for that. Next time, I'll definitely have to prepare better. But yeah, so that was my trip up to the mountains. What about you guys? Have you ever gone I've done hiking up a mountain, similar kind of experience. There was also a couple hours away, there's, mountains with higher peaks, and you can take a cable car pretty much all the way up to the top. I think you have to still hike for another 30 minutes or an hour to actually get to the peak, but the cable car pretty much takes you all the way, most of the way up there. I haven't done that yet. Maybe that'll be a thing for next year. We'll see if I'm not prepared like last time or this time. Where is that? There we go. This one here. Yeah. Pretty proud of this shot. Managed to get the sunlight going through the trees. Very nice. So yeah, anyway, that was my trip. Hopefully you guys enjoyed going through the pictures as well. And yeah, let me know if you have gone and done something similar. Ooh, the salon boss is really working now. I could feel the heat coming off of them. Let's see, where is that squirrel? Do I not have them? Okay, I guess I only took that video instead of a picture. Well, let's just show you this sheep again. There we go. Very friendly animals. But you know what they say. Don't try and feed them. They're still wild for a reason. Yes. Anyway, yeah, that's kind of all I've got to say about the trip. Definitely recommend going with friends. It was a lot better. At least for me. Maybe for them, the trip wasn't as good because I was always slowing them down, always asking for 5-minute breaks. But that was necessary. If I didn't take those breaks, I would be dying a lot more than I already was. Didn't really get to see a lot of birds out there, which was a surprise. I figured there'd be more, birds higher up there, but we didn't really get to see anything. It's mostly just sheep and squirrels and some butterflies. Yeah, anyway, I think that'll be it for today. Thank you everyone for dropping by. Thank you, Turtle, for dropping by and saying hello. Hope to see you guys all again next time. Sorry for putting up the late notice on the stream. I was just, wasn't able to move all that much, or really do anything all that much these past few days, so apologies for that. Apologies for not making the schedule this week. I think next week things should go back to normal. I don't know, this has been a weird summer, very active, been doing a lot of different things, which is cool. But yeah, a lot more different than I was expecting at the start of the year. Like, I knew I had a graduation to go to and a couple of weddings, but I wasn't expecting all of this to happen. But that will most likely slow down in the fall, definitely the winter. I don't really like going out in the winter. No. It's summertime, go out and enjoy it. Go touch grass, just like I did. Just maybe prepare yourself a little bit better than I did. Anyway, thank you everyone, and I hope to see you again next time. Thank you, and bye-bye.